Hello YouTube, Canadian Edge here, and we're going to do a knife review. And the knife that I have here today, it is a Kershaw, and some of you might recognize it. It is the Kershaw Natrix, and this one is the carbon fiber handle and the blacked out blade on there. And I gotta say, I like this knife. I was very happy with what I found with this knife. So let's get into it. It has a blade length of 3.25 inches. Open, it is 7.5 inches. And closed, it is 4.25 inches. So it's a good size knife. Yeah, not too big, but not a teeny knife either. The steel on this, it is an HCR 13 MOV with a titanium carbon nitride coating on the blade. And so it should give it a little bit of protection and a little bit of endurance. And I'm just going to give it a little wipe and make it a little cleaner. The weight of it is 2.9 ounces, so nice and light with the G10 and carbon fiber handle, and yes, nice and light. And so yes, the handle, it is G10 with a carbon fiber overlay, and I think it is a good look. You got the blue G10. There is no liners underneath. It is just the G10 and then the carbon fiber. So that's what makes it a little bit lighter. And you do have the decorative back spacer as well. And I like the look of that. And the pocket clip on this, it is reversible. Tip up and deep carry. And it's a nice little pocket clip. It isn't very big and obtrusive, and works well. So liking that. The course has the KVT ball bearing pivot, Kershaw's own pivot design, and so nice and smooth operation on the pivot there. It is a flipper opening, so you got the flipper tab, and allows you to open it that way. Nope, I can't reverse flick it. Somebody with stronger fingers might be able to, but the tab works just fine for opening. It is a subframe lock, and I'll talk more about that a little bit later. And you've got jimping on the back of the blade and a little bit on the flipper tab. So I am a fan of the jimping. I like that. It is centered, and there is no blade play on it, which is great because nobody likes a loose blade on any knife. So that's a good thing, that it's nice and tight in there. So this design, it's based on the Zero Tolerance 0770. And yeah, so Zero Tolerance is the higher end knives of Kershaw, and so it's based off of one of those knives there. Let's do a size comparison. Nice click, good snap to that knife. We've got the Ontario Rat 2, and we've got the Benchmade Bug Out, and you can see they're relatively close in size. So yeah, about the size of a Bug Out if you're familiar with the Bug Out. Do a couple more here. We've got the Sencut Saxy, and it is slightly bigger, and also the Civivi Cogent, and it is slightly bigger. So yeah, 1/2 inch blade length on there. But the Natrix, not Matrix, Natrix is a good size. let's try out the sharpness. So nice and sharp, goes through the paper quite easily. We'll run it through the zip tie here and see how that, and nice thing, the HCR 13, it holds an edge for a relatively long time. Very happy with edge retention on that so far with my knives, and it cuts through there fairly easily. And we'll cut the nylon cord, and it cuts that without too much trouble. And this twine stuff cuts through that without any real effort at all. So yeah, as I was saying, the HCR 13, I've found the edge retention to be quite decent on there. I'm very happy with that. And it's also easy to sharpen, which is nice too. You don't have to spend hours trying to sharpen the knife. It sharpens up pretty quick, so that's always a plus. And I liked this knife. I had the mini Natrix, and I really liked it, except that number one, it was too small for me. I have a problem with frame locks in that I hang on to the knife when I open it, and maybe some of you do as well. I hang on here and I push to make sure I got a grip, and so I'm pushing the lock against the blade, especially with the smaller Natrix. But with this one, I have more room and I can easily open that, and so I find myself pushing a lot less on this blade as compared to the smaller Natrix and some other frame locks that I do have. So I like the little more, it just gives you that little bit of edge there with the jaunt in the handle. I was going to say frame, but handle. So liking that. So I do like the aesthetics of this knife. As I mentioned, I think the carbon fiber looks good on the G10. I like this style of blackout on the blade. I think it looks really good. They did a good job with the pivot cap there. They made it an attractive pivot cap, not so much on this side, but on this side. And even the pocket clip it's a nice little design. It looks stylish with this knife. They made the frame lock look stylish. I think they did a good job aesthetically. Didn't mention it, but it does have a fuller here. Forgot to mention that. And I think that all helps to add to the aesthetics of the knife. And it's just a little different looking knife. So it's something I enjoy. I like the look of the Natrix, and very happy with this. The ergonomics on it are great. Feels good in the hand. You've got a nice solid grip with this thing. Especially like the jimping on the thumb ramp. It just gives you that little extra purchase, and so you just feel a little more in control. Would have been nice to maybe have a bit of a choil there, but either way, the knife works, and so it's not a big deal. Surprisingly, you get a good grip, even though it is the carbon fiber in that. It works. There's enough grip on the G10 that you don't feel like the knife is going to slide out of your hand at any point, and so that's a plus as well. It's good in the pocket. You know, it's a little thicker knife in that, but it's thin this way. Oh, and I like this aesthetically as well. Forgot to mention that. The back spacer, it looks good. So it all looks stylish, I think. But also it is thin, so it fits well in the pocket. It doesn't take up a lot of room, doesn't feel bulky at all in the pocket. And of course, smooth pivot. It works great, had no problems. Out of the box, it was very smooth. And these knives here in Canada, they retail at about $90. And so, you know, a little pricier if you're looking for a real budget knife, but still under $100 if your budget allows you $100. So you can find them cheaper on sale, and they do have different versions too that you can get less expensive versions of the Natrix. This one they just charge a little more because of the carbon fiber and that. So yeah, you can find them anywhere here in Canada, I think, from about $60 and up. So you can get them a little less expensive. My only real complaint about this knife, and it's a complaint that I have with a lot of knives, is the pocket clip. It is not flush. So that's going to be wear and tear, especially with, you know, such a small pocket clip. It is wear and tear on the pocket. Not a huge deal. Definitely doesn't make the knife any less valuable, but I would like to see them make that flush. And so, yeah, very happy with this knife. I would highly recommend this as an everyday carry knife. Feels great in the hand, works great. I've done lots of boxes, opening boxes, and different things like that with this, and it works great for all of that. It's stylish, so you know you can use it on a night out type of thing, or you can use it out in the field because it's durable. It's Kershaw. It's gonna hold up. So yes, I do recommend this as an everyday carry, and this is something that I will probably keep in the collection for a while to come yet, and very happy with it. So check out the Kershaw Natrix, the different varieties of them that they have. I think you'll be happy with them, especially if you own one. You probably agree they're a good knife. So Kershaw Natrix. All right, thank you for watching this review. Thanks for all the likes and comments. Continue to bring those. Love hearing from you guys. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Watch some of the other unboxings and reviews that I have, and we'll do this again with another knife. But until then, you stay safe and stay sharp.